Hi there, it's Beth with Aging Care Solutions, offering experienced professional and personal guidance for caregivers, seniors, and their families traveling the care journey. I've tried to record this 5 times, so it's almost to the point where I am laughing out loud, but it's been a little frustrating. So I'm going to just move right along here. Today's topic, first of all, welcome and welcome back. If you're coming back and watching my content, I'm truly grateful for you. Um, this is a new venture for me. I have always been an in person business development director or in person managing territory, going to see patients who are either at home or they are in a hospital, going to a rehab, or they're at a rehab. So, this is a complete departure for me and my career. I'm just changing things up. I've decided I want to be happy and be sitting in traffic and driving all day long doesn't make me happy anymore. So I am changing things up in my life. And, sometimes you just have to do something completely unexpected and put yourself into something that you never thought you'd be doing. I will say that many years ago, I started out my college career and I majored in radio and TV broadcasting. And everybody said, "Oh, what did you do?" And I was like, "Nothing. I never did it." When I found out that you didn't even get paid as an intern, I said, "Okay, forget that. I'm not about that. I need to make some money if I'm going to start working." But I did end up, getting into what I deemed like a communications end of every single job that I ever had, and that was relationship building, and that's where I shined. I mean, I was living my professional life and my personal life were overlapping because I was taking care of my mother remotely for a couple of years, and my grandmother, her mother, until my grandmother passed, and I moved my mother to the state of Maryland, where I now live. And, it really opened my eyes to what families go through. So many times I would be sitting with them, talking with them, and I would feel exactly what I would know what they're going through. I would feel their anxiety about it and their worry and everything else. But I had experience to tell them this is what we did. This is how we prepared the house for sale. This is what I took when I moved her. This is what, and I'm going to do a video on that because a lot of people move everything and they realize, oh my God, this room is like a 10 by 10. So onward and onward with this topic today, and that is adult day programs. There's two different types. There's adult day and there's adult day medical programs. And they're outstanding programs because what they do is they really offer seniors who are at risk for isolation, loneliness, depression, just being alone, especially if they live in a private residence and they're not in, say, a senior apartment or a senior community. You don't even see anybody if you're going to the mailbox. You might see a neighbor walk by, but you're really not engaging with anybody unless you have people coming over or you're still really, really active. But, as we all age, we do get more sedentary. We are at risk to fall. Even driving can become challenging. So this program, adult day programs, are perfect for people who are, again, at home on their own. What they do provide, which is outstanding, is they will pull right into your driveway or pull up right to your building, and they provide transportation. So when you are out on the highway, you may see these. They look like airport shuttles, and they're decorated with the name of the adult day program. And you might see them, and you're like, where are they going? What are those people doing? They all look happy. Anyway, what they offer is not only transportation, but they offer nutritious meals. So you might get there later in the morning and they will have a breakfast and they will have a lunch. And they also have snack time. They'll make popcorn. They do all kinds of stuff. I've had 2 or 3 friends who were directors at adult day programs, and it's a really needed type of service that's out there. And what I love about it is the medical oversight. So at an adult medical program, they will do things like check someone's insulin. They'll provide nursing care. They offer like social services. They might have a social worker on staff, so people have someone to talk to, especially if they want to talk about their grieving because a spouse died recently or a friend, or maybe they have situation with their children, or just any reason that they might want to talk to somebody. They also offer therapeutic advice, physical therapy, occupational therapy. So if somebody is has wound care for any reason, it could be tended to during the day when they're there. I mean, I went in and I there was somebody that was on a ventilator that was at one of the daycares, the adult daycares. So they take high acuity. Um, so whatever, you'd have to get evaluated, you'd have to submit your application. But the best part of it is they offer all these different types of activities. So when you think about what a senior center would offer, that's what an adult day program. Now they might not have the equipment that a gym would have at a senior center, or huge lecture halls, but there are certainly some of these facilities are beautiful. They have treatment rooms for medical care, and then they have these big, expansive rooms where tables are set up, tables and chairs everywhere, so that people can play their board games. They can play cards. They do bingo. They're doing dance and music. They might even put on plays. They'll do arts and crafts and different projects. And a lot of times you'll go in and you'll see all the artwork that was done for a particular holiday. So Valentine's Day or 4th of July. So they really get into the spirit of whatever's going on. And a lot of these places are cultural. So in my area, there's a lot of Asian adult day programs, and they celebrate all the holidays, all their holidays too. So it's really interesting. The other thing that they'll do is they'll do group outings. So they might organize, say, a big trip to a restaurant or to maybe a local garden or a museum. Um, they'll go to local parks or shopping centers. So they really do. I think they're I think they're really great for people, like I said, who are isolated. Some of these adult day programs will work with patients. They're usually a locked facility, so you do have to get buzzed in. So someone that would have dementia or Alzheimer's are they're usually very welcome, and they might try to coordinate services just for say that they've got 6 or 7 members, that are attending the program that have memory impairment. So they would set up specific activities for them to do throughout the day. So I encourage you to look into it if you're worried about your parent, or maybe even the other thing I would think is, if say that you are a healthy husband or wife and maybe your loved one is very challenged and you want to break 2, 3 times a week, to have a bus or one of these shuttle buses come to the house and pick up your family member so that you can go do your own doctor's appointments, go and have coffee or lunch with a friend, go and take a walk, or even, what usually happens is you're doing things like grocery shopping, picking up prescriptions. But it would offer you a break, and that person's still there with you in the evenings and the other days, but you would get a couple days where you get a little bit of respite when they're away. So I encourage you to look at it in your area. I would Google search adult day programs in my area, or if medication management, or if you need more medical oversight, you would Google adult medical day programs in my area. So I hope that's helpful. I hope that I've answered questions. If I haven't, first I would ask that you please subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel so I can bring different formats. I know so many people in the medical field, because I really worked with a lot of social workers, case managers, directors of nursing. I worked directly with a lot of nurses, and physicians, all kinds of different groups that I called on, and people who referred me many years. So I think that I'm going to be bringing on some guest speakers. I'm going to be traveling. That is my goal this summer, is to travel and really connect with people who I know that are in the industry, that live in different parts of the country, and find out what their experience has been with not only aging, because most of my friends and I are now in our 60s, and we are just starting to navigate, wow, what is this going to look like for us? Where will I be living in the next 20 years? And what type of services are going to be available to me then. So I'm glad that I've been in this industry for 20 years, and that I have really kind of gleaned a lot of helpful suggestions and ways to help people get settled when they do move, or find the services that they need that can be brought into the home. or the services that are out in the community. So again, I look forward to having you visit my channel more often. Please feel free to like and subscribe and share the information with anybody that you feel like might be able to use it. I look forward to seeing you at the next video. Have a great day.